Hello guys and welcome to my new compound video. Today we're going to explore Nicholls prison, the compound you never push. Before we get into the real deal, I want to show you how good these buildings can be. The first house is very open and does not offer a lot of cover. But I came inside here to show you this. This window is a great spot to ambush the player coming from CA lumber side. Great visibility from the inside and very hard to see from the outside. This other building offers the same mechanic, but with a better angle on the forest side of Sweetbell. I really like this spot because you're not too close to the windows and for that reason harder to spot from the outside. The last building offers a better angle on the train side, but pushes you too close to the window. If the dog are still alive in the cage outside, they can confuse the enemies if triggered. This huge building is located right in front of the cell block A, and it's a pretty important place in this compound. It consists in a long corridor and some random covers. The windows are pretty easy to pick, but I'm gonna show you some of the best ways to do it. The first one is right here. From here you can see the field, the forest and the entrance, and you can get easy cover behind the metal boiler. But be careful on the right side, they can spot you if you move too much. These metal bars are a good counter to the windows right in front of it, and believe me, those windows are amazingly difficult to counter. I will show you later why. On the opposite side of the building, we can find what probably is the best spot to shoot the people on the roof. It works like magic in daytime and it's godlike with nighttime and fog, but be careful not to get stuck on the boxes behind you. This building is usually underrated. In reality, it's a great emergency cover if you know to use it. And the way you use it is staying behind the bulletproof corner. Bullets can go through one spot, but the other one can save you. The club building is not only cool because of the new wooden sound, but it's also cool because of these two peeking spots. You can easily kill someone crouching in the fence hole with zero chances of being spotted. These pillars in this place are your best friend because they allow you to pick the main building without exposing your back. The spots you need to master are these four doors that you need to check every time you look at the building. Door 1, 2, 3, and 4. Before we go on the main roof, we need to always check this spot. It's pretty good to ambush other players, but it's also very non-safe, cause every bullet can go through this wood. Let's not talk about that. This is how hard it is to spot someone inside the house. On the main roof, we can see a different angle of the four doors. And we can also see this bulletproof cover. Mastering this cover is difficult because the closer you get to it, the safer you will be. And if you crouch further back, only your head will be revealed to your enemy, so be careful. There is an exploit that some players use to shoot you through those windows, just be careful. If your brain doesn't work right, you can also go on top of this wall. Why would you do that? I don't know. If you need an emergency escape, jump on the cage downstairs and surprise your enemies from behind. Make sure the barrel is not there though. Let's explore now the main building. The main building is split between cell block B and A. I will start with B just to trigger people. At first sight, this place may look overwhelming, but the first thing you need to understand is that every roof is not bulletproof. So having people above is not as dangerous as you thought. These windows are one of the must-learn spots. You will have perfect vision on the boss lair entrance, and if you crouch, you will have more cover and vision on the courtyard. The left window is way better than the right one, but if you have good teammates, you can use both and coordinate the shots. These kind of corridors are certain death, just don't use them if you know that players are around. On the first floor, there are tons of these cracks. If you follow them, you can see how easy it will be to wallbang someone. You can only use this spot with medium or long ammo, and if you do, you can get some shots on the boss lair pusher. These kind of windows are very tricky but very useful. From the outside it's impossible to see you. And if the barrel is there, you can use a fast rate of fire weapon to blow it up. You can also throw what you want from there. Very useful spot. The storage room is a tricky narrow place, but it has its perks. You can ambush your enemy from behind this corner quite easily, and you can increase your chances to kill them by trapping this lantern right here with a concertina wire. The wire will block them and set them on fire with the lamp, and you can just follow up with a body shot. This is a pretty hard spot to master. You need a bit of practice, but when you manage to get up there, you have one of the best spots in the whole compound. I know it's cheesy, but tell me you're not gonna use it. This hole is perfect to throw something in the boss lair, or to jump down and surprise the boss lair pushers from behind. This is what the spot looks like from above. You will need medium or long ammo to penetrate the metal, but it will give you a great advantage of the people below. You ready for another cheesy spot? This one is perfect to aim at the forest side. Classic spot for people coming from CL lumber. As usual, we need to use the best ways to pick the open doors, and this is the best way to pick this one. You can notice how the light in front of you blocks the enemy vision. You can also use it as a cover. Don't stay there too long while crouching though, it can be dangerous. As said before, this compound is full of cracks like this, and they can be used both ways. This is the tower that connects the two cell blocks. The floor is very well bangable and often reveals the clothes of the crouching players above. My usual approach to the higher floors consists in making some noise with the staircase and listen if somebody moves above me. This is the first spot you need to check. It's gonna be difficult for you to hit someone there because of the metal bars, but you need to know if someone is there. This is the second spot you need to check while keeping the right side to get the best cover possible. Shooting someone behind the cover from here is almost impossible. Don't try it, just go to the last floor instead. That is a classic spot people use to get cover. Make sure you check it while you're climbing to the top. While climbing, we use the same technique as before. We make some noise and we listen, but take care of the left corner because it's very open. Once you are up, you need to learn how to pick these windows properly, and the proper way is not going outside exposing yourself. The proper way is keeping the right side, taking advantage of the cover, but by doing so, you are going to expose yourself to the people on the roof. So be careful. That's a classic spot people uses. I suggest you do a quick check and go back inside because to pick this corner you need to expose yourself. As for the other spot, you can notice how easy it is to see someone from the very top, even if he's hiding behind it. You can also shoot the lantern to set him on fire. We are entering cell block A, and as soon as we enter, you need to check if someone is crouching in this corridor. Don't use this corridor if you are sure someone is around. As said before, nothing is safe in this corridor. Use the cracks at your own advantage. These windows are hands down the best spot of the whole compound. We saw them from the outside and now you can see them from the inside. As you can see, they are not very easy to use, but they are a very sneaky spot. The perspective is so good that you can shoot at the sides without being seen. And the best part is that if we turn around, there are 3 more windows that are even better than the first 2. To use these ones, you need to take advantage of the mud on the ground to find the perfect angle, but once you have mastered them, you're going to be the king of the compound. Look at the left one, you are completely invisible from the outside. This sneaky window is the perfect spot to stop the people coming from the forest. It is also very hard to shoot you from the outside due to the metal bars. You may think that this room is useless, but there is a good spot, hiding in plain sight. Fortunately, you can't be on top of the door, but it's still a very good ambush spot. You will see a lot of these curtains in the compound. They are not bulletproof and you can see the enemy's feet if you crouch in front of them. The other boss layer hides another similar spot to the previous one. You can watch the 2 doors very easily. This window is very unsafe and the only way to pick it is by using this little trick. Yes, you can also vault there to escape a grenade spam in the boss layer. Maybe you never thought about that, but you can destroy the players down below from here. This is one of the most used spots to defend the main entrance. People crouch behind there with shotguns because it's very difficult to hit them while pushing. I usually don't come in from this door. And we reached the end of the compound video, guys. I wanted to thank you all for the amazing support in the past week. It really means a lot to me and it pushes me to improve the content. Don't forget that you can also find me on Twitch every day. The link is gonna be in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.